Peers, your favourite programme is back. The wait is almost over. Woohoo! The new series of the show begins tonight with a brand new batch of singletons hoping to find love.
All right, hi, and welcome back to my channel. It feels so strange not introducing another RuPaul episode, but we are on to the next show, on to the next series, and this is going to be my Sims 4 Love Island. Now, if you haven't seen Love Island, it's a pretty big show, especially in the UK, but there are a few seasons in Australia and in the US if you want to check those out. They're really good. Basically, you put a bunch of singles into a house. They have to be in a couple to stay in the house, and if you are not in a couple, you get kicked out. Newbies are constantly being thrown in, and in the end, you have a chance to win money or love. So it's going to be really fun. As you probably found out in my RuPaul series, I love love in The Sims. I love making Sims get together, and I love having them woohoo. So this season, the series is going to be full of that. I mean, as you can see, I, in The Sims, am already getting busy in the luxury honeymoon suite. Just meditating, doing some thinking before we start the series. Gonna go ahead and turn free will off as I introduce our first lovely lady. This singleton is going to be the first one to enter, and her name is Parker. All right, so let's learn a little bit more about Parker Hawkins. All right, so she is a young adult, as all of them are. All of our Love Islanders are going to be young adults. She is ambitious, romantic, a child of the islands, the inspector, a lover, an everyman, and alluring. And her aspiration is to find a soulmate. All right, so Parker is from San Myshuno, so she loves going out. She loves meeting up with her girls and going out to bars. She loves doing karaoke. She's a little bit shy to do it at first, but she is always, eventually after a few drinks, one that steps in and really shines on stage. She loves having fun. She doesn't have an exact career path right now. She's trying to figure that out. And she doesn't have much luck with boys, but she's not really looking. She hasn't been looking for a long time. She's just been focusing on living up in the city, trying to figure out what she wants to do and stuff like that. But she's kind of ready to open up more. She's willing to find love. And when she got the chance to go on Love Island, she was ready to take it. And I think she will hopefully find it. She's a really cool girl, and I think she would vibe with almost anyone. So we're gonna go ahead and send her a text message letting her know that she can come on onto the island, and she's gonna change to her sexy little bikini and be on her way. And you've officially met our first Islander, Parker Hawkins. Alright, so of course, since Parker is the first person in the villa, she doesn't really have much to do. She's going to go straight to the bar and make herself a drink. And we are just going to go ahead and introduce all the girls and have them enter the villa first. So let's go ahead, let's bring in our second girl, and that's going to be Isabella. All right, so Isabella Sparks is, of course, another young adult. She is a college student at Brightchester, and she is cheerful, romantic, goofball, a jester, the doer, a lover, and alluring. And, of course, most of our islanders are going to be alluring or a lover, and all of their aspirations are either going to be having a soulmate or having a serial romantic. And of course, Isabella wants a soulmate. She's very romantic at heart and wants to find someone who's going to be there for her at all times. And I am going to flick through everyone's outfits to show you what their style kind of is. But we're going to do it really quickly, as there are a lot of islanders, and you are going to see their outfits quite a few times. But Isabella, she is in college, so she is around boys and people all the time. And she is actually one to put herself out there and introduce herself, but she doesn't seem to have much luck. I mean, she is at Brightchester. She's surrounded by very studious, scholarly people, and she does fit in because she's super smart, but they're not really looking for anything. They're very serious about their academics. And she's kind of ready for a break, so she's going to go on Love Island. She's going to take a little break, and she's going to try to find love. That way she can have someone to help her get through all of her schoolwork back at Brightchester when she has to return in the fall. So I wish the best of luck to her. We'll see how good she is at finding someone. Let's see how much she can put herself out there. So we're gonna have 4 girls enter here on the first day. So we got 2 girls down. Let's go ahead, let's chuck another one in. This is girl number 3, Renee. All right, so here we have girl number 3, and she is Renee McKinley. She is a very athletic girl. Her traits are bro, active, vegetarian, the composer, and alluring. And her aspiration is to be a serial romantic. So unlike the other 2 girls, she doesn't want a soulmate. Okay, she wants to get around. She wants to have as many soulmates as she can have. Okay, so she is definitely trouble when it comes to the Love Island house. She's going to be stealing boyfriends left and right, potentially girlfriends, as Renee is bi. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. So she currently resides in Strangerville, where she is an off-duty whatever in the military. I don't even know what her branch is. I can't really remember. But she works for the military in Strangerville. But she has been taking a break. She's just been working out in her trailer park, hanging out by herself. She doesn't really have much luck with guys or girls. She just has a few hookups here and there when she's at the bar. She'll bring home someone to her trailer, and sometimes it's successful. They see each other for a few more times after, but nothing serious has really came of it, and she likes it that way. And I expect the same thing in the Love Island house. She's probably going to go in there, have a few flings with a few people, and then if something gets too serious, she'll probably dip. But I'm excited to find out. Who knows? Maybe the Love Island villa will change her.
You know what to expect. You can't hurt me. Your flirting is burning, so burn me. Burn me. You think it's hurting, my love for you is turning. So burn me. So burn me.
All right, so 3 girls are in. So far, I think we have a pretty good mix on our hands of different kinds of girls. But there's one thing we're missing, and that's a bitch. So let's bring in girl number 4. It's gonna be Alana Swan. All right, so the last girl of the day is, of course, Alana Swan, okay? She is a snob, materialistic, romantic, alluring, and the inspector. So she can find out things about people really quickly, and she sets her targets on things and she gets them, okay? And of course, her aspiration is a serial romantic. So just like Renee, she's going to steal all the boys in the house. So she is just straight, and she loves other girls' boyfriends. It's like her thing, it's what she's into. She's not really into dating them for long. She's only into dating them while they're dating someone else. She loves being the side chick, and she resides in Del Sol Valley. So on her off time, she just walks up and down the strip, looking for celebrities she can hopefully seduce and find her way. She is from money. Her dad is a very rich businessman, and her mom is a very famous housewife. So she knows about fame and wealth, even though she hasn't really achieved any for herself. But she's looking and finding a man that can help her along the way in doing so. So I think she's coming on to Love Island for 2 different reasons. She's coming on to find love, of course, and to find someone she can hook up with, and especially the TV. Okay, she wants to be on the show. She wants the publicity. She wants to become famous, and that's her number 1 goal in coming to the villa. So we'll see if she does that. She has to be a big character to do so. So we'll see if she is, and we'll see if she finds love along the way. I'm pretty intrigued to find out, because she's kind of an unlikable character, but everyone in there is desperate for love. So I mean, would you rather be single and get kicked out, or be paired with Alana? Or maybe no one will pair up with her and she'll get kicked out. We'll have to wait and find out.
I like it rough. I like your scruff. You are hot stuff. You little hot stuff. I've had enough. You little hot stuff. I'm burning up.
Things I have? Oh no. Flish? Ando. Large and...
All right, so that is all 4 of our girls. Now, of course, later on in the series, we are going to keep introducing new girls and new guys. And of course, we do have 4 more guys entering the villa later on in this episode. But as a short little recap, we have Parker, Alana, Renee, and Isabella. So we have those 4 girls, and I let them hang out for a little bit in here with the free will on, just do what they would do before I introduce the boys, see how they got along with just each other. And they all just started massaging one another. So the house is very romantic. It does have those kind of vibes. I mean, as you saw, when Hot Dogs is by himself in there, he went straight into self-woohooing on the bed. So they're all massaging each other, getting close to each other and getting each other acquainted. But once I remember to unlock the door, Hot Dogs can enter and interrupt the party, okay? Because it is time for our first recoupling. It's time to get the guys in here. It's time to get Love Island started. So all the girls are going to go ahead and follow me into the garden, and they're going to stand on their individual spots that we have placed in the garden for them. And one by one, each guy is going to come. We're going to introduce them, show you a little bit about them, and they are going to say who they're interested in. And the girls are going to step forward and if they're interested in them, and then they're going to couple up. We're going to explain it a little bit more once we get some guys in here, but let's get this started. Alright, so I'm excited to introduce our first boy. I feel like boys don't get enough love in The Sims, and I gotta say, these boys are fun, unique, and hot. Just as hot as these girls. So let's introduce our first one. It's gonna be Mr. Adrian Kaplan. Alright, so Adrian Kaplan is a self-assured romantic. He's a little bit clumsy. He's always tripping over things, tripping over his words. I can relate to that. He's alluring, he's a lover, and he's a jester. So he likes to have fun. He's a really big romantic, and he wants to find a soulmate. So he's another one who just wants to find that one person he can stick with and ride with the whole way, and hopefully even outside the house. So Adrian is from Oasis Springs. He likes jock activities, so he likes working out, he likes doing that kind of thing, but because he is clumsy, he's never really been that good. So he tried out for the football team, was on it, never really did that well, you know, tried out for other sports, never really did that successfully, never really found his footing in anything, as he can't really find his footing in most things in life. So he tries to work out, he tries his best at that. He does have an alright time with finding love because he is such a nice guy, but being such a nice guy, he does get stuck in the friend zone a lot. So he has a lot of girlfriends, he knows how to get along with them pretty well, but it is hard for him to find someone that actually wants to settle down and be with him, and that's really what he wants. He wants that wife, he wants the kids, he wants the happy life and take care of them, and that's what he dreams of having, and hopefully after Love Island he can find that.
Vanilla. Hey.
Alright, so that's our first boy, Adrian Kaplan. What do you guys think of him? Let me know in the comments. Also, of course, let me know what you think of all of our islanders. So he's going to go ahead and go to the garden, and we're going to see if any of the girls like him, and of course, if he likes any of the girls. We do have to ignore this call from Summer Holiday, though, because we're on our own summer holiday, okay? We're in Majorca, or Brindleton Bay, whatever you want to call it. So I think this is Slice of Life mod. I think that's what it is. It might be Wicked Whims or something. I don't know. I have a few mods installed into my game. One of the mods, though, does have the attraction system embedded into the game already. So I hit randomize on everyone before they enter the house. So they all have random attractions. So we're going to see who Adrian is attracted to. So as you can see with the hearts above their head, Adrian is attracted to Isabella and Alana. So we are going to select the two of them, and we're going to see if they're attracted to Adrian. So if a heart appears above his head, then they're attracted to him, and they will step forward. And then he will choose which girl he wants to couple up with. So we tried Isabella first. So almost all of the Sims are attracted to me, obviously. But as you can see, she was also attracted to Adrian, so Isabella stepped forward. We did the same thing with Alana. We saw who she was attracted to, and she also had a heart above Adrian, so she also stepped forward. So it was Adrian's turn to decide between the two, Isabella or Alana, who he was going to couple up with. And Adrian chose Isabella. So we have our first couple in the house, and that is going to be Isabella and Adrian. What do you guys think of our first couple? Let me know in the comments below. But just because they're a couple now does not mean Isabella is off the market, okay? Because we're going to introduce our second boy, and if he likes her, he can go ahead and steal her. So let's go ahead and introduce him. It is going to be our second boy islander. It's Cole. Alright, so now we have Mr. Cole Wise. He is from Del Sol Valley, the same place as Alana, but he lives on the other side of Del Sol Valley, okay? He is not rich, he is not spoiled, he works for his money, and he is a really hard-working guy, okay? So his traits are romantic, childish, lover, a goofball, a jester, alluring, and the commander, okay? So he likes to have fun, but he can also take charge. He's a very physical person. He loves riding his bike, he loves running, he loves exercising. He's always on the streets playing basketball or jogging or hanging out baking in the sun. He just loves sweating and being one with nature out there. But he is a serial romantic, okay? So he's not in there to find a soulmate just like Alana. I don't know if it's a Del Sol Valley thing, but he is there to have as many girlfriends as he can. He wants to go in there and have fun. This is going to be a vacation for him. This is a summer holiday, and he is in there to get girls. That's his number one objective. We'll see how many girls he gets. Alright, so we're going to see who Cole is interested in, and if we look, it looks like he's interested in the same girls Adrian is into, both Alana and Isabella. So we go check on them. It looks like Alana is indeed interested, so she steps forward. Isabella is also interested, so she steps forward, even though she's already coupled up with Adrian. And then, surprisingly, Parker, who Cole wasn't necessarily attracted to, is attracted to Cole, so she steps forward as well. And even though it took a lot of bravery for her to put herself out there, Cole doesn't pick her, and he picks Alana instead. So we have our second couple. It's going to be Alana and Cole. So let's go ahead, let's bring in our third boy. Let's see if he can make a third couple, or if he's gonna split up someone else. We'll have to wait and see. But it is our troublemaker. It's gonna be Mr. Garrison Wise. Alright, so like I said before, Garrison-wise is going to be a little bit of our troublemaker, okay? He is hot-headed, he is a commander, he's romantic, he's active, he's a lover, he's alluring, but also he's a hero. He's very brave, he's very heroic. He has lived a hard life. He took care of his family. His dad wasn't really around most of his childhood, so he grew up kind of building a wall, and that wall is still there. So he does get into fights a lot. He is a bit aggressive. He works out constantly, and because of that, his body is amazing. It is his temple. And of course, he wants to be a serial romantic. One of his big ways he gets rid of aggression is through woohoo. So he's going to be looking for that a lot in the house. Okay, he's another one of those boys that's just going to be after as many girls as he can get. And I think because he is attractive, he is strong, he's a big, brave man, he's probably going to find it in the house. I'm sure he's going to go through all the girls. We'll have to see how many he gets. Maybe he'll beat out Cole. Who knows? But yeah, he's definitely going to cause trouble no matter what. That's for sure. Now, just like with RuPaul and most other reality shows, except for Bad Girls Club, really, you are not allowed to fight in the house. So I am a little bit worried about Garrison with him being hot-headed. As you see, I was filming him just at a bar. He loves to get drunk, okay? He does have a little bit of problems, okay? And here in Willow Creek, everyone loves to get drunk at the local bar. So he, of course, got into a fight with the guy there. Things got really heated, really nasty, and I'm just really hoping something like that doesn't happen on the show where he's gonna have to get kicked out. But it'd also be kind of fun, so that's why I cast him. We'll have to see. Alright, so when we look and see who Garrison is interested in, he only has a heart for Alana, which I'm not surprised. Him and Alana seem like a perfect match. And when we look and see who Alana is interested in, she's interested in every single guy here in the villa. Okay, so of course she steps forward and he picks her. He goes ahead and steals Alana from Cole. And now Cole is single. Once again, he's going to go sit in the back and wait his turn at the end for him to see if he can find love with another of the remaining girls. And we have our second couple. Once again, it's now Alana and Garrison. Alright, and with that, it is time to bring in our last boy, making an even 8. And we're going to have 4 couples after this. So let's go ahead and bring him in. It's going to be Joffrey. Alright, so our fourth boy is the cute Foxbury student, Joffrey Newcomb. I don't know if it's actually Joffrey, if it's Jeffrey. I randomized all the names. But it's spelled Geoffrey, which just makes me hope it's Joffrey. Because he is from money. He's going to Foxbury for technical studies. He loves mechanics. He loves working on computers. He's obsessed with playing Sims Forever. So I can relate to him on that. He keeps a painting pack with him. He keeps screwdrivers and little gizmos in there just in case he finds any broken spare metal he can take and collect or anything that needs fixing along his everyday life. He is a bro, a geek, alluring, romantic lover, and an everyman. Okay, so he's really relatable. He's just your average guy. He grew up in a suburb, did fine in school, and now is going to Foxbury. So, I mean, his money, his family is from a little bit of money. His dad works really hard for it, but they're not rich like Alana at all. He loves like having guy friends and hanging out and playing computer games and just being a bro, but he really wants to find that girl. All of his friends around him have girlfriends, and he's never really had one. He is a soulmate. He is a soulmate. God, I can't talk. I'm just so flustered from Joffrey, but he wants to find a soulmate, and hopefully he can find one in the house. All right, so we're gonna see who Joffrey is interested in, and it looks just like Garrison. He only has eyes for Alana. Alana's been a popular girl. Every single guy has been attracted to her, and she has been attracted to every single guy in the villa as well. So of course she steps forward and again is stolen. So now Garrison is single along with Cole, and Joffrey has stolen Alana for the last time, making this couple Alana's official one. So they are now officially the second couple in our Alana and Joffrey. All right, what do you guys think of that couple? They're the official ones, and now Garrison and Cole are single, and they must pick again, and they cannot pick between the two other girls that are in a couple already. All right, so Cole is going to step up, and he decides to pick Parker. So Cole and Parker are officially our third couple, leaving only two singles left, meaning they're automatically going to be coupled up. All right, so we're gonna have Garrison go ahead and step up, and like I said, since him and Renee are the only single ones left, and we need everyone to be in a couple at the beginning of this game, they are now going to be in a couple together. So our fourth official couple of Love Island is Garrison and Renee. So we have our four couples. Those four, again, one more time, are Joffrey and Alana, Adrian and Isabella, Cole and Parker, and Garrison and Renee. So those are our four couples so far in the game. Do you think any of them are going to last to the end? Do you think all of them are doomed? Do you think the guys that got dumped from Alana, both Garrison and Cole, do you think they're going to have beef with Joffrey or beef with Alana? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to hold grudges. We're going to have to wait and find out on that. But I know I said this is the last boy, but you got to know that it's not. Okay, this is how Love Island works. So every time everyone's a couple, we introduce new boys and new girls into the villa for temptation. We're going to see if any of these couples can stay together or if they're going to split up and get with the new person. So we're going to introduce one more boy into this villa to make it an odd number and to toss things up. So here is actually our last boy, and his name, of course, is Damien Poe. All right, so Damien is kind of like your urban biker guy, okay? He lives in San Myshuno, but he rides a motorcycle. He's in like a biker gang. He likes rock music, and he really likes, going to the bar and picking up a few girls to ride on the back of his motorcycle and just getting really drunk. All right, so his traits is that he's a music lover, he's active, he's romantic, he's alluring, and he's a serial romantic, okay? So he loves playing the guitar, playing the drums, any kind of instrument he can get his hands on. He loves jamming out, rocking out with the boys, and then he loves picking up girls at the club and bringing them back. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He's too busy traveling on the road. He loves going city to city, but his heart is in San Myshuno. So that's where he mainly stays there. But he's coming to Love Island, one, for a little bit of exposure for his band and stuff like that, but also to see how many girls he can get, okay? And that's why I'm introducing him as the fifth boy, because if he doesn't get a girl, if he doesn't steal a girl away from one of these guys, he will be going home in a couple of days. All right, so this week he has enough time to get in there, cause trouble, steal a girl, and hopefully stay in the villa, because if not, he'll be out of there. And that pretty much sums up Love Island. If you're not in a couple, you're out. So whether you have to steal a girl or steal a boy, or whether you actually find true love and you stay in the villa together, you have to be in a couple in order to survive. So we're going to be doing this from now on, and of course the schedule will always be the same. It's going to be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It isn't like my other shows where there was a distinct formula, but it's pretty much going to be on Mondays. We have a catch-up. We see what the Islanders are up to, and then on Wednesdays we have date nights. They're going to go on certain dates. We're going to try to see if we can get them to woohoo or get their romance levels up. And then on Fridays, we're usually going to have our recoupling, where one or more house guests are sent home, and we bring some new ones in. So it's going to be really exciting. I hope you guys stay tuned. I hope you guys like the series just as much as you liked my other ones. I love all my Beanie Weenies. I'm so glad to be moving on to other shows. This won't be the only one, of course. We're going to keep changing, keep doing different shows, but I hope you guys love Love Island as much as I do. Comment below, let me know what you guys think of all of our 4 couples, whether you think Damien is going to cause trouble or whether he's going to be out next. Let me know. I love all you guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another episode. And let me know what you think of these long episodes too. I'm really curious. But have a good night and bye.